What's up, you guys? 2023 has been a pretty wild year for me. I did a lot of cool projects this year. Honestly, probably the easily the best year so far for projects. You know, every year I try and get better and better and better. So rather than do a top 10 projects of the year, I thought I would highlight some of the cool different things that I've done. With that being said, we're gonna just jump into it. This is the Men in Black Leather Studio Award Show. So our first category is the nerdiest project of the year. And here we have it. This freaking Star Wars belt. This is a really dope Star Wars belt. This was a gift from a girlfriend to a boyfriend for Christmas. Let's just go balls to the walls Star Wars then. But you see we got like the jet fighters, these walking things always, I don't know what these guys are called, but they always look kind of cool to me. You know, we got Anakin Skywalker, Yoda, Chewbacca. One of the concepts I thought was pretty cool was we put his name, you know, in the Star Wars font across the back, and then one side we did like, you could see the name and then it kind of goes whatever the good guys, and then the dark side on the other side where we have Darth Vader, Stormtrooper, Darth Maul. This was super cool. I think that one might win the nerdiest, but this one also is pretty a pretty hard banger, if you want me to be honest. Although maybe the Star Wars one was a little bit nerdier, I think this one was a little bit more of an intense of a project. Like you can see like the details in this guy's face, like every single one of these swivel knife cuts. Just this was a gnarly piece to do. So maybe I got a tie. First category, we got a tie. All right, so our next category, I wanted to do the biggest spender category. And I wanted to give my shout out to the Wilsons. I don't know if I want to drop their full names. I don't know if they appreciate that. And I sure as hell know I don't want them going anywhere else, because the Wilsons always come through with the crazy sicko mode, absurd orders every single year. What they got this year was this center console set, which was pretty sick. This was actually a strangely large center console. You can see they also did the matching steering wheel covers, and as you can see, I mean the size difference between a full size steering wheel and this console. I really like this console. I really like the scroll work and a lot of this kind of interlocking stuff I have going on here. Here's another shot of the steering wheel. It's basically like a belt in a way. I believe it's 1.5 inches wide, or very close to 1.5 inches. That was the first part, and then they also did a pistol case with a different set of initials. I believe this was for the husband. This thing turned out super sharp. Here's a better look at it. I mean, I really like this thing. I'm kind of tore up because I like the letters. I do think they look a little bit, I don't want to say funky, but they look a little bit different than the normal letters that I do, which can be a good thing. You know, to try new things. It's the only way to get better, is to try new stuff out. But I do like how it kind of just goes in a big, you know, spiral around it. I really like the flow and look of this. I thought this was really clean and simple and just crispy. The backside, even the backside, this is just real simple, clean stamping work. But just doing this nice, simple stamping was fun. And I don't get to do it very often, so I really liked how the backside turned out as well. Then we also did a Bible cover. This was also cool. I really like how this turned out. I have this big, long running vine that kind of goes through this wood grain and then pops out and finishes off up here. We have the backside as well. You know, I actually really like how I did this corner kind of with these flowers settled in the corner. And then to kind of go with the motif of, you know, vines coming out of flowers, we kind of continued it on with this project. That was just their Christmas order this year. The award for the most obscure project of the year goes to this thing right here. And you might be asking, what is this? Is this a keychain? I'm probably never doing another one of these ever again. This little strap here is actually for a firefighter. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even 100% sure exactly I know what this thing is, but the guy wanted it and I made it for him. I believe it's a to his chin strap of all of his, you know, firefighter rigging stuff, and you actually grab it and you yank it off. I don't know if it's for his oxygen or just the grab tab for his helmet or what it is exactly. I made it and I'm still not even entirely sure what it is. You know, you got the sexy lady and the skull. Obviously, she's got a nice, some nice junk in the trunk, if you will. One of the projects you guys wanted to see the most of was my most colorful project, which this year I did a lot of colorful projects. Normally I do kind of work a lot with color. Most dudes who do leather crafting don't play with color as much as I do, which is super ironic considering this is the Man in Black Leather Studio and I don't wear any color. But I love working with color. And the most colorful project of the year, hands down, easily goes to the legendary Neon Wrangler. I feel super honored to have worked with her. Amanda is amazing. Some of you guys might know her from the internet. Amanda is super sick. Does, obviously this kind of vintage Western look, but everything she wears is like wacky as hell, neon. I'm super psyched to have made friends with her this year for sure. I made these like attachable fringes, and I gave her some colors. I have a video that's gonna drop on YouTube where it shows me making this, and you can check out all the little details and whatnot of this. Super colorful characters. So with that being said, we made her something super colorful. So she is, the Neon Wrangler and kind of everything we talked about going into this project. She likes the kind of space cowgirl vibes, and that's what we went with. Obviously, there's a lot of blacks in here. Basically, I knew it was gonna be super colorful, so I had to kind of tone it down with some blacks, so that way each one of the colors kind of stands out and pops. I was afraid that if I blended too many colors together, you wouldn't really be able to see any of the colors other than it just being kind of a rainbow. But the way I approached it this way, the blacks kind of break up all the chunks of color and whatnot, which allows her to kind of choose which colors of the belt that she wants to be more, in the foreground or to highlight with. For example, she wears a lot of pink, so I'd made sure to make some of these pinks really bold and stick out. She also wears green, so we did obviously this cow getting abducted by a UFO, so she could still tie in the greens here if she wanted to. If she does a lot of lavender and purples, so we have these purples in here she can kind of tie into, as well as the turquoise. So I kind of like the way that I thought about it was to just block in these pieces of color that she could choose to basically match with. This was hands down one of the most fun projects all year. This was time consuming as all hell. The paint, I think, took almost as long as the tooling itself. The boots are sick too, to help tie in some of that pink, even some of this weird yellow kind of color. I don't even know what you'd call that, golden yellow or something, but really fun project. One of my favorites for the entire year for sure. So this next category, I don't know, maybe I can call it like the Creative Freedom Award or something. This isn't necessarily a project, more so a group of projects as a whole that I feel like I get to go as wacky as possible. You'll understand this award when I start explaining it. But the Creative Freedom Award I want to give to graduation caps. You only wear it the one time, and it's a lot more sentimental. You make these choices where you're not limited by, I have to wear this thing many times. You know what I'm saying? So I want to just take a look at a couple of these. This one's not necessarily super wacky per se. It's got some nice floral. This brand is super cool. Probably one of the coolest brands I've ever worked with. It was like this cactus kind of brand. Obviously we have the desert and the sunset, which is a pretty common theme, but we also got to tie in the rope, the color tie-ins, the color play between the rope and the floral and the brand kind of match with the the landscape and the sky. Easily probably my favorite graduation cap I made this year, if not top 3 projects I made all year, just because I just think it turned out so damn clean. This is one of my favorite projects of the year for sure. This kind of deer skull one, super cool with the turquoise, with the sunflowers, pretty wacky. This one I really like too, FFA. We kind of decided to do the crazy colors on the FFA logo to tie in with the borders here. This one was super clean. I really like this brand. It's just crispy, kind of unique, cool. Can't go wrong with the black and the white hide with the turquoise. This is a memorial piece for, I believe the dad passed away. So it's the dad with the 2 kids, obviously the OSU logo with, a pair of swimming goggles. Like, this is why I think I love graduation caps as so much, is because we get to do just cool ass stuff. Sunflowers, pink rose combo, the steer wrestler guy, this vet science or animal science one. Just this one was just simple and clean. I really like this one too. Portrait of the family dog with the Cal Poly logo, some rhinestones. I think this was the first time I ever did inlay lettering. Going back through these, I'm like, damn, that one's cool. Damn, that one's cool. Damn, that one's cool. Some kind of Top Gun theme. Like I like, you know, big shout outs to graduation caps. I might even double up and add graduation caps as a whole were my favorite projects to work on all year as well. I think I had the most fun doing graduation caps. Man, definitely get the Creative Freedom Award 100%. And then I think they might also get my favorite projects of the year entirely. Like, man, graduation caps are fun as heck to do. This is the most out of the world project I did all year. This was one of my favorite belts I did all year long. This guy wanted a straight up UFO themed belt, and here it is. So he had this bead strip made here with some aliens on it, and then he wanted to tool the rest of the belt like that as well. So that's what we did. Obviously his initials on the tip. This is his brand. So I did like the lime green because I knew it was going to kind of match with the, you know, the green of the cactuses, and then there's some green, you know, here in the beads as well as the green from the beams. So I'm like, man, if we're committing to straight up UFO abduction theme, like let's go full blown UFO abduction theme. You know, he also requested like a gray alien, so I tried to tie in the gray of the face, you know, with the gray of the rocks as well. This project was super fun. Super fun. Even got to play with a decent amount of dimension as well. Yeah. Out of this world, brother. Okay, so this next award I want to call this one's the People's Choice. I'm basing this strictly off of like my most viral thing all year long. So I'm going to call it the People's Favorite. And that is this sexy lady belt right here. It had across the back was like a faux, like a rattlesnake skin, and then on each side of the rattlesnake skin we had two different sexy ladies posed different ways. And then he worked at the oil rigs as well, so there's, I believe, oil rigs on this. Yeah, okay, here we go. So he wanted like feather themes, so we did, here's the, obviously the rattlesnake kind of you know, patterning with some feathers, his initials, oil rigs, some feathers, chief, you know, Indian chief head or skull, tie in, you know, a little bit of juice right there. Let me just a little like wank. You know, this was, I mean, massive. This was easily the most viral thing I posted all year alone. I've never had something pop off as viral as this. So whether it was the way that it was filmed, maybe just because everybody on, you know, Instagram and TikTok are just perverts and they like the sexy lady, or the project was that cool, but this was easily the crowd favorite. I have a couple other just quick mention, kind of honorable mention awards. I have a Pay the Rent award, which is a tie. They go to these Christmas stockings. These Christmas stockings always go off like gangbusters at the end of the year. I love making these. They're super wholesome. I love making these Christmas stockings. And then I also wanted to just honorable mention belts. You know, I just do belts all year long. They're just good old, basically good old reliable. This was a cool raccoon hunting themed one. I always got the raccoon here with the shotgun. I like how this is kind of looped, incorporated through the floral here. Dog barking up a coon in a tree. Just another cool, you know, bull skull kind of gambling themed belt. You know, my alien belt we already talked about. This was a cool one with this kind of rodeo scene across the back of it. Really like that one. You know, this belt was another crowd favorite. This belt went sicko mode online. It's got the skeleton surfing, you know, with the hang loose. Some playing cards. This belt was sick. This somebody got a gift for their I believe it was their girlfriend who's getting a degree in exercise science. So we did, you know, a chick squatting and a chick sprinting, like just fun, just super fun. You know, clean basket weave belt. I mean, they just can't go wrong with them. Louis Vuitton belt with the finger cuts. This belt was super sick too. I like this one. Was crispy as heck. This red inlay belt where Obviously the background is removed and then you can see the layer of red underneath. Since we're on the topic of belts, I wanted to do the Look Mom, I Finally Made It award. The legendary Brandy Wilson, aka 1D Performance Horses on Instagram. I made her a set of belts that I really like how they turned out. I guess just working with her in general receives the Look Mom, I Finally Made It award. And then also receives what I believe to be my favorite project of the year. And here it is. This you know, they're all like your children, right? You can't pick a favorite one. But I guess if somebody were to gun to head me and make me pick, I gotta say I think it might be this belt, and it's this really nice floral belt. I've known Brandy for a while. Kind of one of those people, you grow up in proximity to somebody and you kind of like keep up with them, but maybe you're not like actual friends with them. I think this year was the first year that we actually got together and kind of became friends. And she was like, you know, I'm not really like, you know, all that bold or all that wild or whatever. She was like, maybe I'll spice it up a little bit. And I was like, okay, you want to spice it up a little bit, but you're not really that wild. So, okay, why don't we do one that's super modest? Let's do one that's crazy. So this is just modest, timeless. This belt will literally never look bad ever. You could have made this belt 80 years ago and you can make this belt in another 80 years and it's still gonna just look nice and clean and Western. And then this one is like obnoxious as hell. One thing that I do think is really sick about doing this work for her is that we went wide. What, she's like 5'2", 5'3", like she's pretty short, but she also we also did this belt really, really wide. So when you see photos of it, like it almost looks like massive on her, which is pretty sick. And then you can even see like in her, some of her like racing posts where she's actually like on the horse, like you can see it, you know, you could see the details from a distance. And that's one thing that I really like about it. You know, I'm a big fan of like big, bold, graphic, you know, design. It's, you know, you read legible from a distance. So shout outs Brandy. That's she gets my Look Mom, I Finally Made It award. You know, I talked a lot about belts and stuff, but I did a lot of other really cool projects. Like I really like this, you know, this console cover here, this console cover. I mean, I feel like this video for some reason is a lot of smaller projects. But I mean, I did a lot of sick big stuff too. This like duck hunting case, this elk hunting rifle case. You know, I did a lot of cool shit. You know, I did a lot of even, you know, pistol cases this year. Like, I loved all these. Like, just how graphic and bold this is with the big antler and the floral surrounding it. You know, but this was awesome. I love this project. You know, I did a bunch of weightlifting belts. We talked about the anime one already, but yeah, I did this one with like skulls and roses and stuff. You know, I did a lot of wedding stuff as well. Like these wedding shoes were beautiful. You know, this belt, bouquet wrap combo, another set of shoes. You know, even my wallets this year were fun. I love this one. This is like the most Man in Black Leather Studio piece I've ever done. The skulls and the roses. I did like this backpack I liked, this Louis Vuitton backpack, these fanny packs. I mean, I have a bunch of stuff that I just haven't even uploaded yet either. Like it's been Christmas time, so I haven't had the chance to, but I mean, man, I did a bunch of cool shit. I did so much cool shit this year. This is, I mean, massive. Like, this is for a dad and a son, or I think this is the dad and that's the son. You know, this thing, I don't know what to do. I mean, I can give this the Ooh Woo award or something, but this was one of my favorite pieces of the year, this pistol case with the Hello Kitty. This thing was so sick. And then this is the backside. You know, I don't like, man, now that I started this video, I've been dreading doing this video because I knew I wasn't going to be decisive on anything. And then here I have my OneDrive. This is full of stuff from kind of like Christmas I haven't been able to post. Obviously I got like some personal photos and stuff in here, but you know, my favorite person of the year, easily my fiance. Let me just pick her nose. You can see her brain cavity right there. She's gonna love that. Maybe I can get a cooler picture of her car going cruising. favorite activity right there, getting gas with the baby. Looking spicy as hell at this wedding. Shout out to AC and Caitlin, looking spicy as hell. Look at them. Wow. You know, like I just did some cool shit this year. Okay, this is one project that I do want to talk about. I don't know how to categorize this into an award per se, my craftsmanship ability award or something. But this award probably pushed my craftsmanship and skill to the limit. Obviously, this is a giant rifle case. I believe they're like, over 4 feet long. Yeah, this is probably like my best work. I would say this is probably my best project. Just pushing my tooling to the limits with so much floral. I think the name turned out really clean. You know, this elk, this outdoor scene turned out beautiful as well. You know, portrait of the guy's dog. I think this is probably my highest quality work I put out this year would be this piece. But yeah, man, I just did so much cool shit. Maybe this is just a video of just summarizing all the cool shit that I made. But yeah, man, it's hard to pick your favorite of any of these things. This is probably my favorite picture I took all year long. Okay, so I'm gonna round out this video. I know this video is probably going long. So I got 2 more awards left. The second to last award, I'm going the biggest project of the year. Easily, hands down, that was working with Abigail Benz, Miss Rodeo Arkansas, aka the People's Champ, aka the People's Miss Rodeo America. Abigail Benz is the shit. She's been a good friend for a while now, and I made her a bunch of stuff this year for her run at Miss Rodeo America. So I made her scrapbook cover. This thing was bonkers. This shit took me like a solid 3 days. This was insane. This project was wild. So we made her the book. We made her the scrapbook, which is where you could see some of the stuff. I posted videos of me tooling some of this previously. So if you want to check those out, you can. So we made her that scrapbook. We made her this belt. Then we made her this bag. We made her this shirt. So we did, you know, all the tooling for it and stuff. I do not make chaps that often, so to do her chaps were a massive undertaking for me. I could probably have put her on the big spender thing, but because she's my friend, I kind of worked with her, and this was a kind of a collaborative effort. But this whole everything we made for her took me probably 2 weeks. But here's everything we made her all together. So yeah, we did the scrapbook, which is tooled on the inside. The freaking purse, which the strap is all tooled. You know, the freaking all this tooling of the chaps, the shirt, the belt. This was crazy. This was not only the biggest project of the year, but also the hardest project of the year, hands down. This was savage. This was super savage. I'm not gonna lie, it was like almost borderline painful. I totally forgot to mention that at the Miss Rodeo America pageant, she won Best Chaps. I've won Best Scrapbook a couple times. I won Miss Scrapbook with Miss Rodeo New York, I believe in 2019. I won Best Scrapbook with Miss Rodeo California last year in 2022. And yeah, we won Best Chaps for 2023. It was nice to see her. She came out to the stockyards and we got these photos. Definitely fun working with Abby every time. I put a poll out asking you guys what it is that you guys want me to do awards for, and the unanimous decision was people wanted to know my favorite project of the year. Honestly, it's mainly because it's kind of got a little bit of a special spot in my heart, but it is this bag. So this round bag is my favorite project of the year for a couple reasons. Number one, this was a massive project. This was a nice paycheck. Number two, this was the first time I had worked with Louis Vuitton in a large capacity, you know, kind of big stretches of Louis Vuitton here, large stretches of Louis Vuitton on the strap. I personally just think it's really clean, really nice. I love this stretch of floral you know, if you've seen my work, you'll know that I try and mix my floral in with whatever it is that I'm tooling beyond the floral. You know, you can see the arm of this cactus go up into kind of this petal here, and then we have this, you know, scroll come out and, you know, interplay with the floral. I just think the flow is really nice. It's just simple, clean, graphic, and bold. Here's why this is my favorite project of the year. A long time ago, about 6 months into my leather crafting journey, I made this bag. And this, at the time, was the craziest thing I ever made. I like this buckle, it's kind of in the front, but a lot of my old work I don't really have pictures of because it's like just so bad I cringe at it, and I don't really want people to see my old work because it's not a good reflection of my capabilities now. You can just see the level of difference of just quality is just, for me, crazy. It seemed like everything was kind of coming full circle, and I was able to basically, I don't want to say make the same project, but if I were to write these two orders down on paper, they would be so similar, right? The only thing that's really different is the fact that one has Louis Vuitton on it, but like the strap of this one was just a plain strap as well. So being able to, you know, like kind of get a chance to remake something years later was just really nice. You know, I got to push myself and, you know, see where I'm at now. You know, you could totally see different approaches, but also at the same time see where I approach things the same. Like even, you know, you could even see back in the day, I always kind of tried to interplay some of the layers and stuff together, play with some of the layers of things going ahead of, in front, you know, some things going behind, that kind of stuff. So you can see some of the fundamentals that I've stuck with, and then some things that I've just changed. Like this, I mean, like this floral is fucking crazy wonky right here. Like this floral is so atrocious. Kind of embarrassing, to be honest. And then you look and I'm still, you know, obviously got the interplay with the borders and things that lock in with each other. I mean, even look at the, you know, the desert scene is just so much nicer than, you know, whatever the fuck this is. Even the color, you know, it's like the color of the sky. I don't know if I have any color fades and stuff here. No, I don't really have color fades, but you can see some of the color fades in the, you know, even just the landscape compared to, you know, whatever this blocky ass orange sky is. But anyways, there it is, the Man in Black Leather Studio Awards ceremony. I'm sure that I had some awards that I forgot about that I wanted to put in there, but I had a fun time this year. This year was super sick. Thank you guys for watching the video. I know I've been kind of absent on YouTube because it's been fucking Christmas. And now we're on the backside of Christmas. I feel like saying ho ho ho, but it's like December 28th or something. I got a lot of videos stacked up for the upcoming year that I'm excited to release. So coming into the new year, swinging hard at the old YouTube. So if you're a YouTube person, video is coming. If you're an Instagram, TikTok person who's watching this video, I got a lot more stuff coming as well. I'm excited to post and share all the Christmas stuff that I made this year. But happy 2023. I had a blast this year, just existing. So cheers to 2024 and pushing forward. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.